Welcome to another edition of Over It with your host, Michael English. On today's show, we've got the Misfit. Also appearing, Snacks Live and Marv. Another encounter with our perennial guest, Justin Thoreau. So sit back and relax. Don't forget to return that CBD oil to the dollar store. And hey, did somebody just tweet me? And where's my paddle?
Hey, it's July 21st. Yeah, last time I checked, Wednesday, July 21st. Welcome to Over It. I'm Mike English, your non-committed host. And if I was to be told tomorrow to build a funeral pyre and set Simon Cowell on fire, I'd be the first one to light the match.
Everybody agreed it was probably one of the most boring programs we'd ever seen in our lives.
You know, I find Simon Cowell to be an unbearable, pompous, overbearing human being.
That's what we call an entrance.
With his ability to just tear apart performers, he's the most controversial judge.
Confident, aren't you?
Always.
And you think you can win this?
I'm pretty sure I've already won it.
As a matter of fact, I would help start the bonfire from scratch.
It did sound like you were being tortured the whole time.
You know, if there's anything to do with scratch, I would start it.
This is difficult because you've gone through a lot of effort to do this.
I love AGT as much as the last guy that's standing in the wings and ready to get fired. But you know what? Simon Cowell, you gotta go. And I'll tell you what, if the opportunity ever arises to play with Legos or chocolate chips, I would rather burn Simon Cowell.
Not very happy, are you?
Let's go!
Oh, God, this is...
July 21, 2021, kind of a golden day. A golden day to perhaps shower Simon Cowell with accolades and daggers. Welcome our next guest, again, to the After Show. I'm Mike English, and you're watching Over It.
Oh, Misfit, you don't really need an introduction. You already rocked it, socked it, and killed it. Welcome back.
You were just on AGT, and some of the reviews were brilliant. I've got to tell you, quote number one, I was inspired and awed by watching everything. She was great. Comment by Mr. Moore Events, capitalized. Number two, those judges must be suffering from rehab withdrawal. She was a superstar, a real-life Harlequin. She took the stage. I'm looking forward to see her again. And the third quote we found, which was very cool, she said, I think she should be in feature films. I would cast her as the villain, said BLOCK capital. That got
I read that one, and that definitely inspired me.
I don't know. When I hear stuff like that, I was like, why don't you just write your own script? If you were to write a script right now, page 1, scene 1, what would you be doing on that script? I'm just asking.
About supervillain Misfit?
What would you be doing? Page 1, scene.
I would probably be waking up out of bed. I would let my beautiful dove out of the cage, and she floats gracefully onto my shoulder.
Okay, little dove.
Make some morning coffee and have some raisin bran.
Love the raisin bran.
Starts off with some raisin bran.
That brings us back to product placement. You've got some great merch, man. Who designed that logo? Who designed that logo for you? Did you do that?
Yeah, I'm working with a brilliant company right now. One of the people that I'm working with, his name is Ramon.
If I was to build a pyre tomorrow and American Idol's Simon Cowell was on top of that pile, I'd be ready to light it. How about you? I mean, are you okay with him right now? Please. I mean, he's really...
I feel like he's New York direct, and a lot of New Yorkers get that because we're not necessarily nice, but we are caring and kind, you know. But even being kind about it, you know, in New York, somebody will sneeze on the subway or cough, and somebody will hand them a cough drop and be like, enough.
That shot looks great. And Gills, by the way, is day after tomorrow. Are you ready?
I'm totally ready. This is Coney Island. I can go out there and be a freak. and be totally celebrated for it. I can't wait.
You have to have some kind of set list, right? What's your set list? Or
This is actually a collaborative variety show. So the producer who is producing this, which is Tallulah Talons, but I'm doing one of my famous acts that I definitely perform here in New York City. Mostly you see it at the Box or maybe the Slipper Room.
Beautiful location, man. I love that venue, and you're by the sea. You can take a roller coaster ride before you go there. I love that place.
Walk the boardwalk.
With his ability to tear apart performers, Simon Cowell could be, maybe, and I'm going to say this, go out on a limb, he could be the most controversial judge AGT ever had. Howard Stern was standing, maybe. What sayest thou on that? What would your answer be on the most stern judge?
Howard Stern. I actually stood in front of him as a judge, and he didn't like me just because I was a pantomime. He is openly very talkative about how he despises pantomimes. So for me, that was a little bit more of like a sting, like, ooh, that hurts. Why would you hate pantomimes?
Maybe he was an actual Muppet. He just couldn't make it as being fisted, sock fisted by somebody. As far as Simon goes, I love AGT as much as the next girl, but Simon's really got to go. Who would replace him if you wanted to replace Simon Cowell right now? Who would be your dream judge? Who would be your dream judge?
I guess I should sit in that seat because I judge myself every day.
Where you want to sit there, huh?
Yeah, I already judge myself. I might as well get paid for it.
Wow. When people tell me they want to set Simon Cowell, Mr. AGTS, Mr. Nasty on fire.
Ooh, that's harsh.
It's really harsh. I mean, that's kind of like,
it's one of the worst ways to die. It's hard for me to be mad at him because I am in the industry and Simon's usually right. But what people need to understand is that there's splicing and dicing a lot with reality TV. And there is a specific sentence that Simon said that was not said. We had a watch party of the whole show, and all my performers were sitting there just kind of like, oh no, like, what's going on? And the splicing, the dicing, the way that reality kind of plays itself.
So with all that love, why do you think they have to find a bad guy? Why do they have to dump on somebody so hard like that? I mean, do you think it's necessary? Why can't they give love to everybody and then just, like everyone wins a trophy?
I just make my own. Like, let's do this, people.
Right.
So they all have their roles, right? And you're supposed to have a little comedy because they're always searching for comedians. You're supposed to have this top performer, singer person. You are supposed to have a very good theatrical type of actor, actress, Sophie and Heidi.
Right.
Image things that can look pretty if done right. And you know that it's easy to cut and splice reality. But people like drama.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how little of a flying flamingo do you care what Simon Cowell thinks or really says about you, even though he's that respected? Don't you want to find the next person to impress? I'm
not worried about what he said, but I do take away some advice from that show, and they weren't wrong. All the judges, so it does get overwhelming, and they are right in that aspect. And I know my art will get better if I do crunch down and really focus on what I'm marketing and what I'm trying to sell and how I want to reach the masses. But here's the thing, I needed to get on that show, and I couldn't get on that show if I didn't do everything. They sat there, and I worked with an amazing casting producer, like a really awesome human being who sat there and spent time with me and helped get me casted and put me in front of the senior producers, who then those senior producers fought for me to be on that show. They saw something in me, but what was great was that, the original casting producer pushed me. All these skills that I can do, stunting, singing, acrobats, dance, all at the same time, I never even was thinking of bringing to the table until she was like, you got to step it up. And I was like, well, is me flying and singing stepping it up?
Mhm.
And it was.
It was.
Which
The
was
ponytail,
kind of
the
silly
ponytail.
that then they were like, you need to focus on one thing. And I was like, I know, but I focused on getting onto the stage, and getting on the stage meant that I had to do all the things. And next Friday, on the 23rd, I'll be back in Coney Island for the Harley Quinn Expo. And I'll be performing my Harley Mime act. Harley Mime.
Anything you want to tell me about the Harley Mime act?
Oh yeah, you don't want to miss that. That one, yeah. I'll be dropping a song with it, so it's gonna come with a brand new song.
Cool.
And I can't. It's not PG-13. It's not even rated R. It's like XX.
Simon Cowell would not like it.
It's all for the judges' exes. America's Got Talent.
Are you going to stream of Trust and Dust tonight? What are you going to? What's your dream tonight? Here.
Yeah, I mean, I know that I'll probably be dreaming of burning venues down.
Nice.
Maybe Simon will be in one.
That's right. No breaking backs over here. Stay tuned 6 o'clock on Wednesdays, and you won't be disappointed.
Όλα ακούγονται μαύρα και άραχνα.